The story was told of a pastor who was just assigned a new church in the district. And after his installation in his new week, he decided to visit some families to get to know the members, because that's what good pastors do, amen? And he visited, and in one of his visits, he met with a single mother. And this mother cried and said, "Pastor, I need you to go see my son." Her son, who was locked up in jail. She said, "Pastor, please, I'm begging you, go and see my son because no one has visited with my son." So the pastor, "Can I ask someone that is sitting at the very back there, the AV team, that blind, can you bring it down some more? The sun is right in my eye and it's bothering me. Please, if you don't mind. Thank you so much." So the pastor went to visit this young man. And he went to this newly built facility with all the newest technology. And he walked into this prison and he showed his ID and he told the correctional officer who he was there to see. And they told him to sit here and wait a while. And then someone came and walked with him down to the furthest part of this building. They call it Pod D. And they opened the door and they told him to have a seat, and the door slammed behind him. And as he waited there, he then heard the door on the other side of the plexiglass open up. And this young man came walking in and took his seat and introduced himself to this new pastor. And he said, "Pastor, a lot of people have said a lot of things about me. And they wondered why I'm in here. You see, because this young man was a man that grew up in the church. This young man was a man that was involved in the church. But one day, he got caught up with the wrong set of people. And the wrong set of people got him caught up doing the wrong set of things. And the wrong set of things got him caught up in prison." And he said, "Pastor, I was at the wrong place at the wrong time. And now this young man has to spend 15 years in prison for something he never did. All because he was caught up the wrong place at the wrong time." This young man expressed to the pastor that he's hurt because he has 2 young children. And he may never get to see his young son and daughter grow up to become teenagers. He will never get to see them walk across the graduation stage and receive their high school diploma. This young man, this young father is going to miss out on a lot of things because he was at the wrong place at the wrong time. And after 40 minutes of conversing with this young man, all this man said at the end was, "Pastor, pray for me because I believe that God can still use me." And the pastor took his hand and placed it on the plexiglass. And the young man also placing his hand on the plexiglass. And their hands couldn't touch, But thank God that prayer has a way of going places that our physical bodies can't go. And this pastor began to pray for this young man. And after he prayed, he said, young man, hold the faith. Hold the faith. And during this pastor's tenure at this church, he made it his duty every month to visit this young man. Now, the truth be told, church, that this young man had potential, but was just wrecked on the reef of life. He was nothing but a ship that never sailed. And there's no greater tragedy than a person who is destined for greatness but gets wrecked upon imports. Never reaches their destiny. Never makes it out upon the sea of life. It's one thing to get wrecked while you're in the sea, while you are going about what God has called you to do, but when you never have the opportunity to leave ports, when you never have a moment to move out in your destiny and into your purpose, is one of the greatest tragedies of life.